Okay, right. We've now got Sarah and Kai here talking about the Takedown Festival. And so, can you tell us then who are the headliners for the Friday and Saturday?
Okay, so yeah, keeping with the vague split of genres that we've been working with. So for our more classic hard rock style, we have Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons on Friday night, playing us a Motorhead set, which I
Ah,
think, given the renewed interest of late in 70s and 80s rock and metal, I feel like that will be very well received. And we plan to have a extremely good bill supporting that as well. But the big news for us is the Saturday night, which will be a headliner from President,
ah.
whom you'll be familiar with from Download and dropping in helicopters and their tour selling out in a single day this year. I don't think there's anyone who likes alternative music that hasn't noticed this band in the last 6 months. So yeah, very exciting.
Because I mean that I would suggest is akin to your Sleep Token rise, and you're hitting a band that there's very little known about, but there's an awful lot of hype. How did you manage to get that one then? Because that does sound like a feather in your cap.
Well, I mean, we had a sort of a short list, didn't we, really, going into this? And we decided to change our booking policy slightly in that we would sort of piecemeal the bookings together, and then sometimes we'd end up with a bunch of bands and not a headliner. But we've decided this year we want to start with the absolute utmost quality in mind, and we were prepared to fallow the event for a year if we didn't get the headliner we wanted or someone of the caliber we really felt would the festival deserved in 2026. And there were a couple of bands at the top of the list, and the conversation started. We also noticed they very helpfully were touring. I think it starts 4 days after the Takedown date, and we kept a close eye on that, which sold out in day one. And thought, well, I think we found our band. I can't bury my head under the sand and hope it makes me feel less. I'm going to pretend to tell me it'll make sense in the end. I can't lie to myself with my health. I just wanna be fearless, fearless, fearless.
And Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, and that is them playing exclusively a Motorhead set, or is it predominantly a Motorhead set?
It was 100% Motorhead.
No,
I think.
they did two original songs. So we, outside of the festival, are national promoters, and we did quite a few dates on their tour this year. And we were lucky enough to go and see them in Exeter with our youngest, who's a rabid Lemmy fan. And they did predominantly Motorhead and like two of the Bastard Sons songs in there as well, which are great anyway. I mean, if they were to just do a set based purely on their original material and not the Motorhead stuff, it would still be a fantastic show. But the fact that it is a Motorhead set allows us to sort of tap into some of this revival that we're seeing post Ozzy's death. You know, awful thing to have happened to Ozzy, but actually it has given us a whole generation of youngsters who are now looking at who was Ozzy friends with, who did Ozzy do tracks with. You know, he did tracks with Lemmy, he did tracks with Motorhead, you know, and we're hoping to tap into some of the parents that want to bring their children or grandchildren to the event, because we operate a 12+ license for the festival. So fingers crossed it will do what we want it to do, and if it doesn't, I will still have a lovely time because it's a phenomenal show.
Double up or quit, double strike or split, the ace of spades, the ace of spades.
And so then remind us when Takedown is when and where?
It's the 3rd and 4th of April at Portsmouth Guildhall. Tickets available from Monday at 5 if you go to takedownfestival.com.
Or available from the Guildhall itself, aren't they?
Yes, they will be available from the Guildhall as well. Yeah.
The ace of spades, the ace of spades.